Earth and welcome to my channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back after a month of delay. Here I am once again. This time this video is just a little bit different. I'm here with my cousin. He can introduce himself.
Hey, I am Caden and I will be starting a channel soon. I don't know when, but whenever I get a new mic, I will start it, and maybe my cousin here will shout me out.
Alright, so when you find the name, I'll shout you out. And one quick shout out, I need the name of Jeremiah's Twitch channel.
I don't know it yet.
Okay, I don't know it is the name of it? No, I'm joking.
I know what it is. So the name of it is basically his gamer tag, which is capital S 88 underscore capital TIGERR. I also have a Twitch channel. It's basically the same thing, but with
One less R.
One less R, because they stole my name.
So, like I said, today's video will be different. It's a podcast style video with fun facts and more interesting conspiracy theories. The first one I would like to say is there's this one absolutely outlandish, ridiculous one stating that our whole universe we live in, and you know something's bad when they include every single atom in our universe. Every single thing in our universe and like every person was made by our brain in a vast universe where there's nothing. So our brain filled in the gaps and now we're just living in our heads. I don't believe that at all, but people actually do. Excuse me?
Now I do not believe that either. But
I'll have a one with you in a minute.
But another fun fact, you may think the ghost pepper or the Carolina Reaper are the two hottest peppers.
Isn't it? Like, aren't they? I thought the Carolina Reaper, right?
No, there's one that has a combination of a lot of peppers and it got grown basically by those seeds or something like that. I don't know how it was made, but it's called the Pepper X. It's said to be the hottest one. I don't know how hot it is.
How come when anything is like suspicious or like ridiculous, it's always called X at the end?
I know, that's crazy. But this
Ebola X, COVID X, Malcolm X. I'm joking.
The Black Plague X.
Monotheologian X.
Okay, so I don't see how dirt bikers can go on a big ramp that shoots them so far, and then when they hit the ground, their feet just don't go flying off, and they smack their nuts onto the dirt bike.
Yeah, I never understood that.
How does it not hurt? How do you not fall off of it in so much pain?
Okay, listen. Number one, I have a dirt bike, and number two, I would just like to clear up something. And the first thing I would like to clear up is, yes, it hurts. Number two, that's why we wear nut pads, but I don't.
My other friend who is also named Noah, he also has a mini bike, and I rode it, and we made a little ramp. I hit the ramp, forgot to stand up, and when I landed, I went straight onto it, and it hurt so bad. But I still rode it around a little bit, and then when he rode it, I look over, and he just falls into a mailbox.
He falls into the mailbox.
Yeah, he was driving, and his tire was so flat, the chain hit the ground, and he flew off, and like he fell into the mailbox.
Yo, good on him though, for probably standing up in agony.
No, he didn't make a sound. He just stood up and went.
Okay, bye. When the pain hurts too bad, so you just don't talk.
One time I was scrolling through TikTok, and it was this guy basically insulting this guy for throwing out random stupid insults, and he says, "I hope you stub your toe at 3:47 a.m. in your room and you're screaming in agony, rolling around on your floor for throwing these stupid insults, you worm-infested maggot."
Oh man, let me tell you something. I would rather stub my toe than step on a Lego. Actually, it depends. That thing right over there is made of like cast iron. Like, what the heck? And I've stubbed my pinky toe on that so hard it literally turned black.
You know what hurts so bad is when you're waking up.
Breakups?
No. When you're up in your room just watching some maybe I don't know, maybe a YouTuber named Noah1, or maybe some Corey X Kenshin, or Dan TDM, or Jacksepticeye, whatever YouTuber you watch frequently, and you go downstairs at like 12 a.m. in the morning. Hang on, I gotta clear my throat. You're walking down the steps, it's dark, you don't have your phone, so you're like, oh, I can't use my flashlight.
Well, great.
And you have a bunch of these high bar stool things, and you're walking to go into the freezer, and you stub your toe on one of them, and then you're walking again, and you stub your toe again on your left foot. And then you don't find anything, you're walking back to go to the fridge, and you stub your right foot on more of those chairs.
Those stupid chairs get on my last nerve.
And then you go to look in the fridge, and you see you have nothing left to eat.
Let me tell you something. That's bad. But I have a thing called claustrophobia, and I have a story that I had prepared with. Do you know what claustrophobia is?
Yes, it's the fear of small spaces.
This specific story was even worse because a man died.
Oh, wow.
It's not really not that funny, but I'm gonna mention the story anyway. So there was a man named Dan, and him and his friends are playing hide and seek. And so he finds a little space in a pillar of his restaurant, and so he's on the roof. He's like, okay, let's do this. So he gets his legs in, and then he realizes, okay, I'm not fully in, they might be able to see me. So he puts one arm up over his head and then one below, and he manages to go down. Well, then once his shoulders are under, he realizes, I'm stuck. I can't get up. Well, then he starts squirming and squirming, but all that squirming that he's doing is actually making him go farther down the pillar. It's only a 9-inch by 13-inch space, so you're really stuck, and no one found him. He was found dead inside of the pillar later that day.
Later that day, wow. That's crazy.
It's why would you even do that? And another thing with those stupid cave explorers, like, yo, if it's 2 feet by 3 feet, I don't care. If it's 100 feet by 30 feet, I'm not going to that cave.
I would never go in a cave, cause I'm scared it's just gonna collapse and I'm gonna be stuck in there with no food, and I'm afraid maybe something in that cave is gonna go and just rip my freaking legs off and eat them for lunch.
Imagine just you're walking, all of a sudden your legs just fall off.
Hi, Gigi.
Your legs just fall off while you're walking. Oh, what just happened?
Okay. Another thing. Oh yeah, and another thing, we might record a little thing of us eating.
Spicy video, yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have a webcam.
We don't need one. You have an iPhone.
Oh yeah. We don't have to post it through the PS4. We can just post it through the phone of us eating it.
So, I want to start asking a quick trivia question, and the first person to get it right in the comments, I will shout you out. A cowboy rides into town on Friday. He stays 3 days and then leaves on Friday. How did he do it?
Okay, another trivia question. Another trivia question is,
Why so nut?
5 fish are in a bowl. 3 die and 2 are still swimming around. How many fish are left in the bowl?
Wait, so there's 5 fish. 3 die. How did they die?
no food, and the other 2 are in there, but they didn't eat those because they got fed. They got fed after that.
Excuse me, should all of them get fed?
Yes, but the stupid child decided to
I'm gonna implant you guys with some food real quick.
No. What happened was those 3 died because
I'm already full.
And then those 2, and then the other 2, the stupid child fed those ones after the 3 died. Didn't even take them out of the bowl, just let them sit there.
There's 2 left, right?
No, how many are left in the bowl?
5.
Good job.
Okay, what about this? There's 10 fish. 3 drowned, 2 die, 4 suffocate. How many are left?
Well, we need to talk to Dr. K about
All 10 of them. Because none of them got taken out of the...
No, I said how many are alive.
Oh, alive. So, say it again.
somebody in there.
Okay, so there's 10 fish.
Is there another bathroom?
3 suffocate, like they can't breathe. The other 2 ingest too much food. The other 3, they drowned. And then,
Fish can't drown. They can suffocate.
Some people are idiots and actually fall for that. But I did it. Here. I clapped. Okay, let's move on to some quick, easiest trivia you've ever heard of in your life. What year did the Battle of the Alamo happen?
Huh?
The Battle of the Alamo?
What's that?
Oh my gosh! Lord,
I heard all
what has happened to our nation under God? Send the meteor. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
And that will end our first segment, which is Idiots Rambling. This shall now begin Section 2, Conspiracy Theories and Podcast Crap. Okay, let's be quick with this. What's your craziest conspiracy theory?
Okay, it's not really crazy, but some people are saying Caillou is in a coma and he has cancer, and that's why he doesn't have hair. And in some of the scenes where there's maybe him going in a flashback or something, I don't watch the show.
I'm going in a flashback.
And there's those little cloud, a little cloud barrier around the screen. Yeah. That's why they think it's he's in a coma, because it's showing that it's a memory or a dream.
Yo, wait. That's every scene too.
Yeah.
And wait, let's not exclude his bald head. So he has cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanna get a rag and shine his head. Just going.
Shine bright like a diamond.
I wouldn't be able to see my reflection. But the thing is, dang. Okay. I think that ruined it for me. How about this? I don't know about this one. I don't believe it, but it still could have good proof. There's actually 2 I'd like to share. Number 1. Sheesh. Give me 1 minute. We're podcasting.
We're filming.
So, the first one is that America knew that Japan were coming for them. And we used this tactic to get into the war. Literally. Think about it. The Americans did not want to get into war until what happened? Pearl Harbor, right?
Pearl Harbor, yeah.
So, once Pearl Harbor happens, everyone, a lot of people in the USA wanted to join the army and go fight for their glorious nation, for the motherland, for the fatherland, whatever the heck you want to call it, for king and country.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened. That's 100% true. But it's weird because our ships weren't in a battle ready. Our ships were in a straight line. All of our ships were in a straight line. Okay, you can just come and get us now. 2,000 people died at Pearl Harbor, and now the USS Arizona is there. Not fully sunk, but it's just really, really odd that all of our ships, and guess what, they didn't even hit our aircraft carriers. They only hit our ships and our planes. We dogfight with them.
Yeah.
Oh, I have another one. I'm sorry.
I don't have any other conspiracy theories.
I have one more one, and then we can move on to the last segment.
Yeah.
And this one is, I could believe it, and that is Hitler did not kill himself, and that he hired a lookalike. And here's the proof. In Antarctica, there is a scary amount of Nazi vessels, UFOs, and like UFOs, planes, and ships, and flags, and bases.
Mm-hmm.
They were there, and so people think either he hid in Antarctica or he hid in Argentina somewhere. But personally, I believe he did die, because, you know, Satan does that. It's a podcast. So, yeah, I just think maybe, I mean, there's always a possibility until completely proven wrong. And there's actually one last. Do you have anyone?
I don't have any other conspiracy theories.
There's one more I'll share before we move on to our last section, which is fun facts. So, this last segment is pretty crazy. Before we get to there is a really easy conspiracy theory I came across, and that is that build up, please. Is that everything we see, everything that we hear by the government and on the news is all an Operation Mockingbird. What is Operation Mockingbird?
You can't even speak.
Mockingbird. Operation Mockingbird.
I mean, macaroni's good anyway.
Mockingbird. Macaroni birds. Oh yeah, give me some macaroni birds. Okay. But Operation Mockingbird happened, I don't remember what year, but it was definitely in the 1900s. Between 1940 and 1980. And the crazy part about Operation Mockingbird is they literally sent fake news into the media. Fake news. They sent propaganda.
Fake news.
Fake news. Propaganda, which was like also fake stuff. And they didn't tell anyone it was fake. People believed it until the CIA accidentally leaked it. So
it was like a huge buildup, right?
Yeah, like they were just lying. Then the CIA, like some guy literally accidentally leaked it to the public. Once the public got a hold of it, they were like, fired. "Oh my gosh!" Bro, no, that guy went missing. That guy literally went missing.
I mean, let's just
and you can find the files on the CIA website now. Like, you can find the files. Everything you know from the round Earth, like flipping round Earth, to the flipping moon landing is on the propaganda. And part of that is MK Ultra, which is the mind experiments. Have you heard about MK Ultra?
Wasn't that done in like the 60s?
Wasn't MK
60s to 70s.
Question. Mm-hmm. What was? Is MK Ultra where the miners would like? They didn't.
No. Here, I'm gonna explain what MK Ultra is right now.
I'm stupid.
It supposedly ended in 1979. Supposedly.
So right before 1980.
The thing is, they only shut it down because people found out. Here's the creepy part about this. They would use electrical shock therapy. They would like heavy dose you with LSD. You know, that hallucinogen drug.
Mm-hmm.
That drug that makes you go flippin' cuckoo pebble puffs.
It makes you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I love Cocoa.
Makes you see things. They would make the people, like, they would look at the brain activity, and then I'm sorry I'm laying it on thick here, but they literally like forced propaganda videos. Here's the thing. They were so successful with this that the president freaked out about it. They were so successful that certain keywords made people freeze for days
Question.
until they say unfreeze. Here's the crazy part. In the media, there was just this random part. Psaki was going on a news thing. If you don't know who Psaki is, she is the secretary of something for the United States. She's a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Anyway, and her person next to her heard a keyword by accident and just froze for hours. She just sat there like for multiple hours on end. And the creepiest part, that's not the first time. There was another guy who heard the word Holy Spirit. He just slowly looked at the camera and froze. Froze! Here's the part that's super crazy. MK Ultra is probably not ended. Because
It's like now?
yeah, probably still going. They experimented on orphans, nurses, nuns, kids, babies, homeless people, druggies, anyone that they could get their hands on. And you know the way that they would get them?
How?
Off the streets?
They would break into their homes,
Oh, God. FBI open up, am I right?
say, hi, this is an experimental thing. If you want to try it out, we will give you money.
And then
They never gave them money. Instead, they abused them like trafficking, like crazy crap.
and then
They
they
go
would
missing after that?
Some people did, and that's actually not okay. And sorry, one last thing before I end. And Caden, you can talk first because Stranger Things is based off of a real event that happened.
Yeah, it's like, especially with season 4 coming out, it's really like hinting on the fact that it is real, because it does show in some of the seasons and Stranger Things. Since I've watched the whole entire show, it has Eleven's mom having flashbacks from what they call, let's see, 11 in season 2. 11
Did they
runs
ever
off.
have like something on the head and they sat on a TV looking at the TV? Like some
So-
sort of like strapped into a chair and watching something?
I have no clue, but there is like, no,
I've never even seen a full episode of Stranger Things, so I
What
don't.
are you talking about?
I know the concept due to the
She was
its
experimented
views.
on.
Okay, go.
Yeah, she was. Alright, so basically what happened was we see the flashbacks in like season 2 and stuff. I haven't watched the whole entire series again yet, but it's like Jane's mom is sitting in a room on the TV and she just sits there for hours. And she still has the crib.
MK Ultra.
Exactly.
And it said that her sister, like Eleven's mom, is crazy from MK Ultra experiments, and her baby got experiment on who is 11, and stuff like that. And it's crazy. But I'm gonna end that there.
And I'm gonna pick up on the real life Stranger Things. Now the show actually just they kind of dramatize things, but it actually happened, and we can't ignore it. Now the U.S. government, I love.
Whoa! Don't be talking about the bad about the U.S. government.
I didn't say anything. Hey, have you heard about MK Ultra? Philadelphia experiment? Here, come sit down right here. Come sit down.
Oh, and Stranger Things is also taking place in a fake city in Indiana, Hawkins,
Indiana.
which is not real, which is said to be the capital, which would be Indianapolis.
So this is obviously taking place in a parallel area. Okay, so let's start. I just want all of you to listen to this crazy thing. This is a microphone that costs $100. This is a podcast where we talk about the crazy. I'm sorry to tell you guys this, but if you guys do not want to hear how badly we screwed up, go somewhere else.
Yeah. Just click out the video right now.
Okay, you ready? Set, go. Oh, I got demonetized. Right there. I said go. Demonetized. There goes my other 50 cents. Okay, but seriously, let's get to it. The U.S. government was, again, experimenting with LSD at the same time as MK Ultra was going on. They had the same people. They discovered that the power of the mind was so strong that they were actually able to make things levitate and other things along those lines. While trying to flip and time travel, they were literally trying to do a time travel. I'm talking. They were time traveling and, well, supposedly, I don't know if it worked, but they had accidentally opened up a portal, not like the back rooms, but you know what I mean. They had accidentally opened up something, and apparently freakish creatures came out. What could this be? Hell? Possibly hell. You know, who knows at this point? It's flipping crazy. But they literally killed the things, and we have the photos of them on the beach. Remember that photo of, like, that pig thing on the beach? I was like,
Yeah.
dead? That was one of the things that came out of the experiment. They experimented on animals and other things as well as humans, dissecting the brain, seeing the effects of LSD. And this freakish thing led into a little known thing. This is the last talking subject. Let's not bring any other things up for this part. The Philadelphia experiment is probably one of the most regarded conspiracy theories of the United States government in our time period, due to the fact of its gory nature and freakish nature as well. This is how it went. The USS Philadelphia set sail right into the Atlantic Ocean. They were trying to experiment with invisible ships and time travel at the same time. You hear that? Invisible. So they were trying to make their ships invisible. They begin the sequence. Everything seems fine. They went invisible.
What?
They flip in, the ship went invisible.
So they basically made the Harry Potter cloak real, but for a whole entire ship.
An entire ship. But the people were there, and everyone on board the ship could see. It was so effective. The thing is, they took it off, and the second they took it off, they heard screaming. So they walked down the halls, and people were flipping morphed into the wall.
Dude.
Oh, my other half is on the other side of the ship, and I'm not serious. I'm so serious. There's photos of the faces on the other side of the wall.
Just imagine a person, like, on the bottom floor, and half of their body is in the ocean.
Wouldn't that be like, you know how like Flash can like vibrate through walls and stuff, but like that, but he forgets to vibrate and he goes through the wall and gets stuck.
He would die.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll be right back. You guys keep talking about this. I'm gonna go bring the photos. They're in black and white, so they're not scary. Here, keep talking.
Hey,
All right. So,
question. I have a really good question. Okay, so you know how he was talking about you can move things with your mind.
What is that? Where did he listen to this?
I'm talking about when we're talking about Teen Titans Go. Here's my thing. My conspiracy theory for Teen Titans Go. I think whenever he was talking about bringing his full I can't speak today. You using your full parts of your brains and like levitating things. There was a leak in Teen Titans Go that like Beast Boy would have reached 100% and could move things with his mind. While levitating, going through portals, I think that's not a coincidence.
Oh, you're back here, Bob?
Not at all a coincidence. That's my conspiracy theory, and I just think it would be like weird. A public cartoon would have put that as in suggesting to something. That is my end, and I'm gonna let Noah.
So you guys, no. I'm gonna show you guys. I need you guys to sit down. I have some photos of the legit thing that happened. This is a photo of the inside of the USS Philadelphia.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Isn't that the ship that went invisible?
Yeah.
So what's
See,
it? So
people
what?
morphed into walls.
All right. So what did they do with the ship after that happened?
I got the keys.
They probably got rid of it.
I took off that key ring so I'd have a key ring. Because I
So
can't lose
it
that
worked. But
What?
they're actually still working on the USS
Is
Philadelphia.
it still like? Is it?
The
sti-
project.
It's still in product. It's like.
All right, so what do they do with the people inside of the wall?
Right here.
the pilot's died.
Half their body. This is the other one too that I was talking about.
Let's go, come on.
Whoa.
See,
Yeah.
people were literally like stuck with things. So that is literally the USS Philadelphia. And let's move on to something just a little.
How would
bit
they? How would they get out? Like, would they have to pry themselves or cut?
They're probably just dead.
No, they died. They
Yeah.
they burned the
There's
ship.
no way to get out of that.
Okay, now let's change the subject to something a little bit more happy.
All right.
I got my first paycheck from YouTube.
Really?
Segment 3.
Okay, guess how much I earned?
1 cent.
How much?
50 cents. $1.
A whopping $0.
Oh God, that's so much.
Oh wow.
You can literally buy a bag of gum with that, bro. Shit.
A whopping $0.
That's a lot.
But
You try to talk like you thug and you ain't thug.
yeah, you're trying to sound like a thug, bro.
Nah.
Oh my God, what's that? Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, so actually, I don't feel like doing a third part. This video is already about 40 minutes long. I have a life. So let's move on to my last section, which is known as my intro. So thank you all for watching. This has been Noah and
Outro.
what's your name?
Caden.
And
Eli Sidemore.
and
Retarded person.
this video's gonna get taken down. You can't say retarded.
You cannot say the R word. Less minded person. You will get
Not fully developed.
not really developed like a frog.
So this has been Noah. Thank you all for watching. I'm out. Ka-chow.